Today's lesson is 3.11, dimes. Our objective is to introduce the dime, to introduce dollars and cent notation, and to provide practice exchanging pennies, nickels, and dimes. Our learning target today is I can identify dimes and exchange pennies for nickels and dimes. We've been learning a lot about pennies and nickels. Today, we're going to think about dimes. On the head or the front of the dime, I see a portrait of the President Roosevelt. On the tail side or back of the dime, I see a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. I know that dimes are worth 10 cents. Let's put our thinking caps on now. How many pennies would you get in exchange for one dime? Turn and talk with a neighbor. Pause video. Did you say 10 pennies? I know that one dime equals 10 cents. And one penny equals 1 cent. So, 10 pennies are going to go into one dime. Try this. How many nickels would you get in exchange for one dime? So if I traded one dime, how many nickels would I get back? Pause video. Great thoughts. Did you say 2 nickels? I know that one dime is worth that 10 cents. And since I know a nickel is only worth 5 cents, I know that 2 nickels can make up that one dime. 5, 10. It would come to 10 cents. What about this? How many nickels would you get in exchange for 2 dimes? Pause video. Well, I know that 2 nickels go into one dime. So in 2 dimes, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4 nickels. Did you say 4 nickels? Let's review the story of money. We've learned about the penny and how the penny is worth 1 cent, or 0.01 of a dollar. We've also learned about the nickel. We know the nickel is worth 5 cents, or 0.05 of a dollar. I I can trade a nickel in for 5 pennies, since 5 pennies would add up to 5 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents, or 0.10 of a dollar. On the head side of the coin, we see the portrait of President Roosevelt. And on the tails side of the coin, we see a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. I know that 10 pennies goes into 1 dime, because that equals 10 cents. I also know that 2 nickels goes into 1 dime, because that equals 10 cents. Now let's think. If every child in our class had 1 dime, how much money would our class have in all? Because I know that a dime equals 10 cents, we're going to be counting by tens. Let's do that now. Pause video here. Great counting. Now, we can also count the number of nickels our class would have using something known as dollars and cent notation. This symbol stands for the word dollar. It tells me how many dollars we have in change. This period can also be called a decimal point. It lets me know how much change or money I have left that is less than $1. Now, when I'm using dollar and cent notation, when I see or count up to 100 cents, I know that that's the same thing as $1, because there are 100 cents in $1. We're going to try recounting now with dollar and cent notation. When we get to 100 cents, we're going to call that $1 and keep counting our change or cents on from here. When I go to read this, it might sound something like this: $1 and 40 cents. The dollar tells me how many dollars or how many groups of 100 I have. The decimal point represents the word and, because I have additional money. And then I'm able to say how much cents or parts of $1 I have. Let's try it out. When we're exchanging money, we can look for groups of 10 and recognize that we can exchange those groups for a dime. Let's look at these coins here. I know that a nickel is worth 5 cents. Let's look to see how much money we have all together. Count with me. 5, 10, 15. Right now we have 15 cents. Now, when I look at these 3 nickels, I know that I can make a money exchange. I know that 2 nickels equals 10 cents. And I know that a dime is worth 10 cents. So I can exchange those 2 nickels for a dime. And I'm going to keep 1 more nickel. So when I count, I would go 10, 15. I still have 15 cents. Sometimes when we're exchanging money, we see a large group of small coins. Right now, I have 18 pennies. I'm going to start looking for groups of 5. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see one group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 groups of 5. Now, when I have a group of 5 pennies, what coin can I exchange that for? A nickel. You're right. Let me exchange these 3 groups of 5 for 3 nickels. So I would have 1 nickel, 2 nickels, 3 nickels, and 3 pennies. That gives me 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 cents. I can do some more exchanging though. When I see 2 nickels together, I know that's a group of 10. What coin could I exchange 2 nickels for? You're right, a dime. I could have a dime, and I'm going to drop down my nickel and 3 pennies, because they cannot be exchanged. Let's count again. Now I have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. I still have 18 cents, but I used fewer coins. You're going to try on your own now. You're going to be turning to journal page 46. As you work, make sure you are looking for groups of 5 and groups of 10. When you see a group of 5, trade it for a nickel. When you see a group of 10, trade it for a dime. Good luck!